Well, good afternoon. Today's Friday. Cool. Where's the week gone by, eh? Hope everybody's alright. Stay safe. Got quite a bit this nice weather. Let's have a bit of fresh air while we got chance. But it'll be alright. It'll be alright. And if the Lord to spare me, I shall be here again on Friday and doing a little bit of few stories. If I can find a few. Just take care. I say stay in, but go on out a little bit if you get chance. We had a few fireworks here last night, but they'd be half price today. You'll be able to go in and set them up for next year. Anyhow, this here one's by Babs Owen, and it's called Vonnie. She's on the phone now, of course. Hello, that you, Teresa, my gar. There's two of thee talking twants. Will ye hush up a minute, Teresa, and hark to it? I do believe 'tis Mrs. Penderyn from up over. Oh, and she's gone and hung up. 'Tis a pity. I had a mind to ask her after a boy Treve what went up country. Did he mind thee, Teresa? He was sweet on our Vonnie at one time, when she was husband I, as they used to like to say. Little thin fella he was, with a face like two plates clapped together, and always hanging round the back door like a tomcat round a dustbin. I'd a reckon he went up country to get away from his ma. Terrible woman she was, and some melancholy. I mean, one day Vonnie went up over their place, and she was lending on the lad something cruel. Vonnie stood at the back of the kitchen, and she could hear her lending on through the planching. She was saying in this whiny, tiny voice, "He wouldn't sheer off, desert your old mammy now, would he, Treve? This here Vonnie is an uppish, flirting gale of a maid. She ain't worth a brass farden, me handsome. They to say listeners don't never hear no good of themselves, yo. But our Vonnie, he was as mad as a curly. She didn't let on what she heard when they come downstairs, but after tea, Mrs. Penderyn set off a cross-examination of Vonnie and things, and then the sparks flew. He've arsed about most of me, Miss Penderyn, she says, and I can tell 'ee what, I got as all my own, got my own home, including my teeth, and she opened her mouth to show the old woman. You ain't finished no hollering grinding on there neither, she says. And as for your Treve, I'd rather have a monkey off an Italian hurdy-gurdy. 'Twasn't much after that. We heard he'd gone off to some foreign parts or other. Me lor, I nearly disremembered me pie. Me old man was feeling all overish this morning, so I got on and backed a pie for his tea. There hadn't nothing like a good old feed when he'd feel like that. See again. Now this is another David Prowse. Tommy worked the meadows on the cliffs above the bay. Shovel-handed labour from a less progressive day. Bulbs and new potatoes have a muscle-grinding span, yet Tommy had the aura of an educated man. Tall and string-bean slender, with a stern and solemn face, an earnest lay professor, out of time and out of place. His home a grassy corner in a battered caravan, an earthy seat of learning for an educated man. But there lay Thomas College and encyclopedic tomes, his silent source and subsistence for an academic bones. His library is treasury of life since it began, evening gaslit alloys for an educated man. Somewhere in my scholarship he took me neath his wing, granted me the schooling of a raw apprentice king, coaxing and cajoling in pursuance of his plan, to grant me his reflection of an educated man. He talked of stars and planets and the wonders of the brain. Be curious, be questioning, was ever his refrain. Exercise your mind, he'd say, read everything you can. A word is like a jewel to an educated man. One satchel swinging day from school, the caravan was bare. Without a word, he'd slipped away for challenges elsewhere. With stinging eyes, I shambled off, then angrily I ran, betrayed by one I'd valued as an educated man. I bustled in, still biting hard, determined not to cry, and on the kitchen table, reaching upwards to the sky, there lay a pile of Thomas books, encased in leather tan, a gift beyond all measure from an educated man. Beside it lay a scribbled note in florid Portman blue. I picked it up. It merely said, "The rest is up to you." I turned the cover, scanned the page. The pilgrimage began along the paths and byways of an educated man. Tommy taught me more than even he could comprehend. The school of life begins at birth, and we defined its end. And, be its home a college, spare, or rusting caravan, where wonders never die, there lies an educated man. Thanks very much. Look forward to next week.